All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, August on the four winds, pushing to sincerity. All right, so I'm going to label this lesson Payback. All right, so I'm going to get right on into the lesson. This is Baruch 4:25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. All right, so suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. All right, so we know that, and then he said, my children, so he's talking to the children of Israel. And we know that we are in our captivity right now. And why we are in our captivity? Because we transgress the Most High's laws that he gave us. So he sent us into captivity. All right. So that's why I say suffer patiently, because the Most High was mad at us. He was angry with us. So he sent us in captivity. All right. It say, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee. All right. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction. So shortly we gonna see our enemy's destruction, because the Lord said that he was gonna send us to what it said, just roughly paraphrasing it, in Leviticus, it said that our enemies was gonna reign over us. And then there's another scripture that said he was gonna send us into a land that neither nor our fathers have known. You know what I mean? So basically saying that it told us that we was gonna be killed and stuff, and sent to slavery, So that's why I say thy enemy hath persecuted thee. All right. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction. So shortly it's gonna be a big role reversal. All right. And shall tread upon his neck. All right. So it's basically the big payback. Like the title is gonna be payback. All right. My delicate ones have gone rough ways. All right. And were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. All right. And we're still behind enemies lines right now. All right. We're still held captive. We're still, under them, like they have rule, like they reign over us. Sort of like we're in our captivity, all right, and we're still behind enemy lines. And the scriptures say that he that stealeth, I'm just get it. This is Exodus. All right, this is Exodus 21. All right. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he is found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. All right. Like I said in the previous scripture, that we were still behind enemy lines. Like they still have us in their hands, basically. All right. And it say that he that stealeth the man, he that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. We was brought here, you know what I mean? And selleth him, And it say, or if he be found in his hand. So look, he that, that Ham and Ishmael rounded us up, and it was a triangular slave trade, in which added the European bias, which is Esau, so he that stealeth the man and selleth him. So basically, all right, look, check it. It's 18 nations. How can I put this? Look, it's 18 nations, including us. All 18 nations had us in slavery. So all 18, not 18, Salakia, all 17 nations had us in slavery. So all 17 of them have to go into slavery, But we are found, it say, but if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Whose hands are we in now? All right, we're in Esau's hands. So let me get a quick pre. Oh, this is Revelations 13:10. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And this is what we are waiting on. That's why I say here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is what we're waiting on. You know, we're waiting for the big role reversal, you know, to where we're back in our power seat and we're back on top, you know. Let me get because really and truly in the kingdom, they're going to be the niggas. They're going to be in that lower state. You know, it's a scripture, just really paraphrasing and say that the elder shall serve the younger, you know. All right, so that's them. You know, that's going to be the role reversal, the switch. You know what I'm saying? But not so much of just Esau, you know. Like I said, all the other nations, you know. All right, this is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. All right, so the Most High is going to set us in our own land. And see, this never happened yet. Just to put that out there, this is prophecy for anyone. And you're going to see that it's a prophecy because you got some people. I'm gonna say it when I get there, because it's like Lucifer comes up. All right, and some people say, well, you catch people saying that Lucifer is the devil or Satan. Well, I'm gonna say Satan. You know what I mean? Because the word devil means deceiver. All right. And the strangers shall be joined with them. And who are those strangers? The other nations, you know. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right. So all these other nations, like I said, gonna go into captivity. It's gonna be a role reversal, and you're gonna see as I keep reading what's how it's all gonna play out and what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. All right. What's a servant and what's a handmaid? They're gonna be held captive. All right. And it said, the house of Israel shall possess them. If you possess something, that means you own it. All right. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right. So that's that role reversal right there. All right. And it shall come to pass, and the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So in the kingdom, the Most High is going to give Israel rest from their sorrow. It ain't going to be no fear from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage. There ain't going to be no more hard working. All right. Wherein thou was made to serve. All right. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, check it right here, how had the oppressor ceased? And that's what we gonna say. How had the oppressor ceased? You know, like when something ceased, that means it came to a halt. It stopped. You know, it ended. You know, how had the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, and this is the golden city, and it's gonna come to an end. You know, and that's why I say in 5, look, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and a staff symbolizes what? Rulership. And the scepter of the rulers. So the Most High broke them down, snatched that rug from under them and took them out their power seat, and he's going to put his people back. All right? And this is going to be the big payback. All right? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. All right? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. It say, yeah, the fair trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no failure is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved. Look, check it out. It's a hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. So, you know that hell is in condition. Basically mean being at a low state. Like the word heaven means to be on top. You know what I mean? So hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. So the kingdom of heaven is going to be their hell, and stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, how, look, and look, check this out. How art thou also become weak as we? And how you became, you was just at the top. Now, we was at the bottom. Now, how did you become weak as we was, you know? Why, how are you, you at the bottom now? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah. All right. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. All right, now check this out. Right here, 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? So this didn't even happen yet. All right, this didn't happen yet. How had thy fallen from heaven? Heaven basically means the top, being at the top. O Lucifer. And what does the word, you have to go into the etymology of words. What does the word Lucifer mean? And look, it says son of the morning. Lucifer means light barrier, somebody that holds a high power. And who will be Luciferians, if however you would say it. Who would be Lucifer, people that hold a high power. All right. How art thou cut down to the ground, which did is weaken the nations? And see that right there, that cuts that. So like that Lucifer was an angel in heaven, and he fell out the sky, and all that other bullshit that churches be preaching or whatever, because this didn't even happen yet. You know what I mean? And Lucifer means somebody that holds a high power. Who holds a high power here? Esau. And all other nations, because they are above us. All right? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And that's where they at. In North America. That's what they said they was going to do. That's why I said, for thou hast said in thine heart. Now, let me go. Where was it? All right here. This what they said in thine heart. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what they said in their hearts. But look, I was just getting into Isaiah 14 because it's basically breaking down how the roles are going to be switched and how we're going to be back in our rulership and being back kings in the kingdom of heaven, and that they're going to go into slavery. All other nations in Esau are going to go into captivity. All right. Now, I hope that this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akams on the four winds, pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom.